everybody, this is Sarah Barrick with Technical Associates of Charlotte. Welcome to our Training Tuesday. We have our topic of the day is going to be how to register for a class online. Our online, or our website I should say, is a wealth of knowledge, and I know we've mentioned that in the past, but the easiest way to register is online because there's a couple forms that you can fill out to make sure we get all the information we need for your attendee to make sure that they have their job title in there, what instrumentation you use, the dates that they're going to be attending, and then also checking out to make sure that everything is all paid for so that the results get back to them on time and they aren't delayed. So I'm going to go through the process here in a moment to show you how to properly pay online, because that is one of the questions that we do get a lot with some of our phone calls. So let's get started. When you get to our website, it's www.technicalassociates.net. And as I said before, it is a wealth of knowledge. There's quite a few different areas on the website. The first area I'm going to show you is where it says seminars, and then there's seminars by class type. We have the seminar registration form, and then there's entry or analysis 1. With this entry or analysis 1, this is just a little quiz that'll help you to determine on where your starting point can be if you want to start at the most basic level, or are you at a point where you can skip the basic level and go to the next one. But with that being said, you can only skip entry and go to analysis 1. You can't skip analysis 1 and go straight to analysis 2, which is, let me put it this way, entry is category 1, analysis 1 is category 2. With ISO, they stipulate that you have to have a minimum start of category 2, and you can't skip beyond that. You have to go in sequential order. Our schedule tab that we have here, we have seminars by year for this year. Seminars by location, I know that's another question that we get a lot. So if I click on this, and I know this is one of our other Training Tuesdays that we had, but it'll give you all the class locations and times and different types, and also the hotel information as to where the class is being held at. So if you're ever wondering where the hotel is going to be held at, the class is going to be held at and which one and the date, you can choose that tab. And then back-to-back classes. I will say sometimes it can be difficult to do back-to-back classes because some of the classes are very tough. So if you want to give your mind a little bit of a break, I would suggest that you can, take one category, a couple months later, take another category, and so forth. But if you feel confident enough, this does list by each city and location your back-to-back classes. Okay? But I'm going to go back over to our seminar tab, and it says seminar by class location. If I just click on it, it's going to bring up all of our different types of seminars that we offer. And I'm going to walk you through registering somebody for an entry, which is category 1 seminar. When you scroll down, it gives you a brief description of what is involved with that seminar. And it doesn't say it on here, but it does kind of break it down by each day. Each day, Tuesday through Thursday, is 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then Friday is a 2-hour test for your certification, which is from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You'll see here it has your prerequisites that are required. When you click Register Now, it's going to bring up another page that shows you all the dates that we offer in order and the locations. So let's say, for example, we have San Antonio here, which this is actually pretty awesome. San Antonio is one of our new cities that we are offering this year for entry. So when I click on that, over on the right-hand side, this is very important. You want to make sure if they're going to test for their certification that you click this box. And notice how it changes the price to add in the $275. The $14.95 is only for the seminar. The $275 goes towards the ISO Category 1 certification, and it adds the total for you. And then there's an additional $49 that's optional for a pocket vibration diagnostic handbook. A lot of people like to get the handbook and they carry it around while they're out in the field. It's very helpful to them. So if you wanted that, you would just simply click that box. You'll notice that there's a quantity box. You can choose more than one person at a time. I've seen where they've chosen up to 5, 6, 7 people at a time and put it all on one registration. So if it's easier for you to do that, instead of filling this out 5, 6, 7 times, you can just change this quantity to however many people that you need to register. Down here, this is something that a lot of people miss. If you are 60 days, at least 60 days prior to seminar start, now granted this one is not 60 days out, but let's say you're signing up for an October class. You're more than 60 days out. We do give you a code that you will put in on the next page, and it gives you a $100 discount off your full payment. So that's something that is nice that we add in there for you. So once you have your certification testing added, you click Add to Bag. And at this point, if you want to continue shopping, let's say you want to add another category, maybe they want to do category 2 at a later date, you can do all of that into one payment just by clicking Continue Shopping and adding that other category. But at this time, I'm just going to show you to go to checkout. Notice how I said the coupon code. So you would add that coupon code here and it would take off the $100. But just remember that it has to be more than 60 days from the seminar start date. That is the only time that it is applicable. So we have the correct amount here. And if you accidentally didn't change the quantity on the previous page, now is your time that you can also change it here. We click Checkout. And here's where you can choose your method of payment. If you're paying with a credit card, that's great. We very much prefer if you're paying with a credit card to pay on our secure website. That way you're not calling or emailing us with credit card details. It's just much better and it's safer for you with your credit card details and more secure. You can fax the order in. You can still phone it in, but again, if you're paying with a credit card, it's still preferred that you do it with this method. And then there's the purchase order option that you can do. If you don't know the PO number at the time, that's okay. You can still leave this blank, but please put the company's name, the person that is setting up the registration, and the job position. Down here where it says order comments, name of students for the seminar, this is where you're going to put the names of the students who will be attending the seminar. Down here you're going to put an email address of the person that is either A, attending the seminar, or you can put in the person to contact for the purchase order. You can create a password so you can set up an account and track your order history. So that way in the future, if you're going to be setting up more people to continue to go through technical associates with many different seminars that we have, you'll just be able to log back in and continue to add more seminars for different people. The billing address, this is important, especially if you're using a credit card. It must be the billing address of the credit card. If you're using a purchase order, you can put in the billing address of the purchase order here. Okay, so I'm just going to simply put in a random one so you can see what it looks like. If my fingers will work. I'm going to not make a password at this time because there's no need for me as an employee of Technical Associates to do that. But I will put in a billing address. Okay, when I click continue, now we have had some people come back and say it still wants a PO number. You can just put 0 in there until you get your actual PO number, which normally they send me an actual PO through email. You can just put a 0 in there to bypass that. So I click continue, and it gives you a summary of everything. So it looks like I am signing up for entry-level vibration analysis, April 30th to May 3rd in San Antonio, Texas, which is category 1. And I've added the certification testing, which is an additional $275. The total price is $1,770. My payment method is a purchase order. It gives my billing address and the total amounts. I just click place order, and it says my order has been placed. One thing I do want to point out, because this does create a lot of confusion, up here it says status awaiting payment. Regardless if you pay with a credit card, a purchase order, or anything, it's still going to say awaiting payment, even if you paid with the credit card, because our system has to talk to another system, and it's just in a pending status until the next day, where it has to run through the payment, but it does go through, and we'll let you know if it gets declined, your credit card is declined. We make sure to let you know. But it will always say awaiting payment. It's just something with our systems talking to each other. Just like with a credit card, it'll show pending on your bank account. It's the same type of deal, okay? At that time, it emails me telling me that you're registered. I send you a registration confirmation with all the paperwork that you need to fill out and the information about the hotel that you need to get your room, okay? You can print this invoice for your future reference, and down here it also shows the student that's attending the seminar, okay? But that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy to go through, and if you needed to do someone else for a different seminar, you just click down here at Continue Shopping, and it takes you back to where you can choose a different seminar. All the categories are up here, and it lets you do what you need to do next. Okay. But that is it. And if you have any questions, always feel free to contact me. My phone number and email address is listed on our website. Feel free to always reach out to us. Here is our number to reach out. Again, my name is Sarah Barrick, and I will be able to help you as much as I can. Thank you and have a wonderful day.